I reckon we'll get into that. We'll have a look at the crafting.
Sure.
Maybe chuck on the headset.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I'll walk us through some stuff here.
Beautiful, beautiful.
All right. So we've got ourselves in basically our base. This is part of Skyhold. It's a castle that you acquire. It becomes the headquarters of the Inquisition.
Yep.
And in here, there's a bunch of stuff you can do. You got all these different stations you can use to set up. So what I'm going to start with is taking a look at alchemy, which is a two-sided system. First off, you can equip potions for your party members. So you have a simple one like regeneration here, the infamous jar of bees.
The jar of bees?
It's a chaotic control on the battlefield. Throwing Antivan fires, this long-lasting patch of flame, which could cut off spots for enemies. You can actually do poison for all classes, but again, the thing you'll notice is that you have only limited uses, so you can replenish them. They consume the herbs you pick up as you explore around the world, and once you've capped out, and you can only carry 2 per character.
Okay.
So the health potions are stored on a party-wide basis. Everyone can draw from that pool, but you have to choose, say, your tank. You want regeneration and stone skin or fire resist and jar of bees. All those things becomes very strategic and long-term because you can only refill these at camps or at your base.
Okay.
So now you got to plan ahead.
Yeah, that's right.
As opposed to the old Origin style where you had, 9,000 potions in your backpack somehow, and you pause the game to drink them all, right?
And somehow you can always carry 99 of everything in your backpack.
It's so weird, yeah,
The
exactly.
thinnest character of all time can carry 99 potions in their backpack.
They're like my laptop bag.
They must hide it in their beard.
Yeah. All right, so then potions, then you can go a step further. So you've got them, you collect them as you adventure, you find them hidden away, they're in ancient tombs, all kinds of cool stuff. But once you've found them, the Inquisition's alchemists can start upgrading them and making them even better.
Okay.
So your simplest one is your healing potion, restores health. You can start making it better. You notice it takes a vast amount. Like it took 1 root to make a new potion, 34 to upgrade it, and 5 of that rare Prophet's Laurel. So that's hard to find. They don't spawn very often. But this is a permanent upgrade once you make it. It means all your potions will be better.
So just the Embrium and Prophet's Laurel, that's just from exploring the world?
It's out in the world. And the thing is, you start to learn. They have different regions. Some things appear only in deserts. Some appear only in marshes. So you start actually exploring in different ways. Or, if you're like me and you're like the micromanager, you can actually send the Inquisition out to collect those specific resources over time, and when you come back to base, you can collect what
So
they've
that's
gathered.
like just a menu option, essentially, where you can send those guys. Does it give you a time frame, say these guys will be back, and you can't use them?
You go to this massive war table and assign your troops to go collect it, and it's like in an hour they'll be done. You can shut the game off, go to work, and when you come back, they'll be done.
Okay, so it's real time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome, awesome.
Now, my personal favorite, I wanted to show this one. The Jar of Bees has been very popular with fans because the very best upgrade in the entire game is adding some wasps.
All right. What kind of wasps are we talking about here? Because in Australia we have the European one, and they just go.
No, I'd like to think these are those Japanese ones that like bite entire beehives in half. Yeah. So again, you're gathering the resources to pull them in. They increase the panic chance duration. It's brutal when this happens. And these are all part of a tree. You need other upgrades to be able to do this.
Before you can get the wasps.
Right, exactly. And some wasps.
I mean, we probably annoyed some entomologists with the bees to wasp transition, but
they would not. They would not coexist. They would.
This isn't right.
They would if you had some vandal root, is what we're saying.
Have you ever tried that, entomologists?
Now, I'm not going to dive into this too much, but some folks are really excited about customizing their base. You've got your own special stronghold, and over time, you can collect banners and beds and draperies and heraldries.
People love that.
It's a little hard to show off here because I have to go upstairs and downstairs again to see them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you end up with different like banners to basically say, hey, my character in this case is a mage. So I'm kind of flying the colors proud and loud.
So those banners there are all already in-game stuff. Is there any customization
They actually
for banners?
show up out in the world, so you change their color, and as you can actually collect other banners as you find them, and they get more ornate versions of the same one.
Awesome.
And of course, big and popular is the throne, having collecting like the big kind of tough chasing
throne. You need a throne for sure.
The Inquisition's default, and so on. And as you collect those over time, you're able to select them, but you have a bunch that you don't know what they are yet. So
is this this sort of from enemies, from taking other strongholds?
Sometimes they're in ancient fortresses. Sometimes you can buy them from stores. They're all over the game.
Okay.
Basically, every system interacts with customization to some
Fantastic.
degree. Now, the other stuff we want to talk about here is making armor and weapons. While we got a few minutes, I wanted to showcase this because some folks have been asking, how exactly does this work? So almost every outfit in the game has some degree of customization available to it, in that you can find a schematic The schematic determines how it looks.
Sure.
So here I've got my awesome Superior Enchanter coat. This is a light armor. And on the Inquisitor, if we go to craft it, you'll notice we have 3 materials and a mastercraft. The materials determine the effectiveness of the armor itself, but also you notice the sleeves are changing.
Yeah.
And also her undershirt. So you end up with different color outfits, and then there are multiple colors within each band of effectiveness, right? So if you get to the point where you're into like the dragon materials and so on, they have their own color ranges, but again, you can see them change. And so the outfits throughout the game, you can have equal armor, but be like, I want to go blue, I want to go red, I want to be really personalized because, hey, it's an RPG, right?
That's right.
So say I go kind of this ring velvet, and then if I move over here, you'll notice the buttons are changing because the metal is actually tweaking. So I go kind of a black.
And that's obviously changing
and that adds the strength here.
Yeah.
Not a great call for a mage, but just for the sake of experimentation. And again, the leather will cause the leather on the outfit to change. Over the course of the game, as you get more advanced schematics, they have more materials on them, so you have more control over the color. By endgame, you can basically control every part of the armor.
Awesome.
Now,
I mean, there's some garish combinations there.
Absolutely.
Some
you get some nice,
fashion.
mutuals, or hey, but it's your game. You want to make the Pinkquisition with Nug skin, you go to town. But you're a horrible person for killing that many nugs.
Nugs.
Now, here's the neat thing. So I'm not going to craft that. I'm going to back out, cancel it.
Sure.
And instead, what I'm going to do is for the same outfit, I'm going to switch to Vivienne. Now here, this is where one of our solutions, we want our characters to have their own look, their own feel. And so Vivienne, she's very ornate. She's very well put together. And so she wears the same outfit differently.
Okay.
Right? She has it tailored for her. And so, again, when I dive into this one, you'll notice that the color changes are very similar, the materials are very similar, but her outfit, she would probably never want to wear that, but her outfit is going to reflect her personal style and change. So we go for the ring velvet, and again, in this case, we go with the leather. You notice only her boots are really being affected. Or, sorry, this is the metal, so it's her gauntlets.
All right, okay.
Now, it goes a step deeper than that because I'm feeling kooky. Let's dive in. So we'll cancel out of these. Again, you can do this with your weapons, change the color of your blades and stuff as well. And it's actually, you know what? Here, I'll complete one.
Yeah, do it. Let's do it.
Because I think it's important that we also call this out. Once you craft an item, you can rename it. Right? Because you always want to change that name. Now, I'm playing on PC, everything. So I don't have it handy here, but if I want to turn this into Vivienne's Pajamas, or if I want to make it, the Bastion's Redoubt, whatever, however serious you want to be, it's all part of that fulfillment of fantasy, right?
I mean, that name's a bit wordy.
Exactly, yeah. The Ice Walker picks off it concatenates all the different abilities it has because of cold resistance, right? So you're an Ice Walker.
Yeah.
It's a starting point, but you can change it from there.
Yeah, okay, sure.
All right, cool. So you finish that off. I made her some new armor. I can equip it. But here's the other fun bit. You head over here. You can now modify your armor and your weapons. So modifying your weapons changes the grip on your bow, the blade on your staff, the hilt on your sword.
And changing all the qualities.
And it changes their properties as well. Exactly. So you can get one that does all kinds of cool additional stuff because you've got these subsets. When you dig into an armor like this, I can actually show a good example with Cassandra. Slipping through. I have the whole party here, so I've got the whole batch. Now, in Cassandra's armor, you notice, again, she has different visual styles, the kind of cool armored trench coat, more of a padded kind of look. These are different armors she can wear. If I take one like this and equip it, you notice it's upgradable and has arms and legs.
Okay.
Right? So if I dive in on these, I can add some male arms like so. That'll change their appearance. I can do the same thing again with her legs, and it will alter the appearance of her boots like so.
Yeah.
So those will pick up the colors of the core armor. So if you've customized it to be mostly blue themed, your legs and arms will pick that up as well. And again, they have their own spirit resistance and strength, so they add their own stats. And these can also be crafted with the materials to get the stats you want on the upgrades. I wanted to go deep. This is like crafting Inception.
This is, Inception. Crafting.
Yeah, exactly. So you keep crafting and you go further. And then taking it one step further, one thing I know our fans love is being able to manage their whole party. So you have your complete inventory for the whole crew available while you're in Skyhold or in your base. You notice here I've got actually Solus in various armors. Here you can see a really great example of him in what we call a faction armor. You can't add arms and boots to these, but they come with some slightly higher stats. You can craft them and color them. But this is a Grey Warden Battle Mage outfit. So Solus may not be a Grey Warden, but he can certainly wear the colors if he wants to. Similarly, if we move over to Cassandra, someone who can wear some heavy. You know, so you can put her in Templar Commander armor. Lovely surface response. She's got a Grey Warden themed shield. So you can go dive into that faction play if you want. Craft those as well.
Yeah, and that's, of course, this inventory screen is outside of the Stronghold. You're changing
outside
this?
of the Stronghold, you can change everyone who's in your current party.
Current
but
party,
right here, you'll notice I'm able to flip through the whole shebang.
Sure, sure.
There's the bull. And so on. Varric in a absolutely ridiculous Orlesian hat, like he would. And so on. So, yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to dig in on. Got a little deep, a little nerdy, I know, but I'm pretty excited about it. The nice thing is...
Can we see any weapons? Weapon crafting? Is there a bit of that?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So the different weapons, again, they're equipped by the different style you have. This one's a keeper staff, so your core look of the staff is determined by what you craft. And then if we go into an upgrade, we can dig in. We've actually fixed, there's a weird zooming bug we have. This is an older build because, you know, I've been traveling.
Yeah.
But if I dive in on this, you can see... I've got a banded staff grip and the staff blade.
Ah, yes.
And then I can pull that off. That's what it would look like by default when I add the blade and add stat in.
That's
so
awesome.
again, it lets you really personalize your style, get the stats you want, and so on. And that enchantment is coming off the fact that it's a core cold damage.
Yeah,
if I did enchantment, I added flame to a sword, I'd be adding fire damage, and you'd see the fire on it whenever it was drawn, because you don't want your hip setting on fire.
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
Exactly. So there you go. That gives you a good kind of high-level overview of the possibilities. There is a ton of customization in this game. Who do you take in your party? What talent trees? What kind of gear are you going to give them? And you can customize it up to the nines.
Now, this section, is this playable here at PAX this year?
This is not. No, this is actually further on in the game. This is part of Skyhold. The Inquisition's claimed its base at this point. When people are playing at PAX, they're going up and they're through the Hinterlands. A little earlier phase, they get to see a little mix of story, a little mix of free exploration. If they go hunting, they can find a dragon, and it will probably destroy them. But it is there.
Have we seen that up there?
Yeah, some folks have actually found it, for sure. Briefly. They've briefly found the dragon.
And they also quickly left PAX not long after that, embarrassed.
Exactly. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to showcase today. I thought it'd be a nice change from the running around. Of course, I'm playing a human female mage Inquisitor here. You can play all four races, right? Elf, Dwarf, Canary, and so on.
Yeah, the new race, new playable race.
The Canary are all new, absolutely. They've been in the game before, but they're the first time we've let you create them and make a mage or warrior out of them. Exactly.
Excellent. Well, thanks for going through that with us today, Mike. I mean...
No problem.
Well, yesterday with the Hinterlands was mind-blowing, and now it's... I don't even think I have a mind anymore.
I thought it'd be nice to just go into the depth for a while.
Well, yeah, the nerdy stuff's always good, and we've got quite a crowd growing out here.
It looks like it's
stuff.
not driven everyone away. That's good. Hi, guys.
Yeah, hey, guys. This is Mike. Can we get a clap for Mike?
Hi.